welcome to the last shop talk of 2019. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a kind of summary, not of the year, but a summary of what I've been doing running up to Christmas. After doing a couple of trade shows and the table's really taking off and some other bits, orders have been quite mad. I've not had I've videoed most of it actually, so hopefully some of this is going to come to the channel. I'll certainly filter it through as I get time to edit it. But it's been a really good year for Manor. I'd like to welcome, there's loads of new subscribers, which is awesome. So really pleased with that. Thanks so much for subscribing, taking the time to watch this channel. All your lovely comments really help drive me as well. And thanks always to my patrons. They're still there and they're getting extra videos, extra footage because they want some more, even more detail and behind the scenes. So thank you lot as well. But this is some of the projects and some of the stuff I've been up to in the last, let's say, less than 2 months, probably 6 weeks. 3 tables have gone out, a kitchen top, 2 boxes, funny enough. Different people, one order after the other. Hi-fi cabinet, which you've seen on the channel. So I'm going to give you a little quick run through of some of the projects that I've been doing. Between Christmas and New Year, I'm going to hopefully do a little video on these massive overlay hinges that I found with a larger overlay. I started to make it and I ran out of time. So some of that's to come. And also, at the end of this video, if you stay tuned, there's a little competition to do with this resin river table, which I'm going to be making for the show in January. There's a little bit of a competition for that. If you stick around to the end, I'll show you more about that. Here's the first thing. I really love this video coming very shortly to the channel. This is Spalted Beach on a chestnut base with the copper resin, copper and bronze. You're figuring on this and the grain is just insane. So the client's really pleased with this, delivered that. This was the second one, delivered to Marble Arch. This has got the rusty effect on the legs. This is English oak, and this is it in London where we delivered it. Then another quirky one, or a quirky one, which was some antlers. I mounted them, did resin infill on them. The first of the 2 boxes, this is the Damson Box, and with its jewellery that's going inside of it, you can see that video's coming soon. Another box, this was for Christmas. This is English chestnut ash with some resin. And then a chessboard as well, and this is interesting because it is actually some rainforest wood from Australia that was cut down in the 50s. I managed to find on Facebook, so I made an amazing one-off piece with that. Then into the kitchen worktop, which I've just released a video yesterday for that, so if you want to see a bit more of that. Some of the viewers asked about me videoing on site. Not everyone likes, client-wise, likes that happening, but where I can, I will try and do that if that's what you're interested in the future. So I still haven't really had time to do a proper shop tour, and I'm trying to work out how to do it, whether to do it over lots of videos so you see more detail on each machine as I go around, or do a summary. I'm still thinking about that, but some new stuff this year. We moved the lathe, which was quite cool. You may or may not have seen that. I don't know if it was on Instagram. The lathe used to be there. It's moved there. That's given a welding spot over the window. We've got our extractor. Kind of metalwork moving this way. I think the saw's going into another room. We've got a lot of stock of steel coming in because we're getting a lot of interest on the metal legs. You would have noticed the Voyager drill press. Please look through the video in the shop talks. There's loads of information on the drill press, even the chuck and the table setup, which is awesome, from Rui. I'm hoping to get another Rui machine in here, which I'm really excited about. The Shaper, which has 3 different motors. We can have up to 8, I believe. More racking up there as always. Been moving a few bits of machinery around in the shop. Now that the car ramp's finally gone, I'm still sort of thinking about it. The problem with moving stuff in the woodwork shop is you need about 3 to 4 meters either side of, say, a cutter or the machine head, whether it be drill press, whatever it be, in case you need to use big bits. And you also need the dreaded extractor. Now I chose to go down the center of this, so it's not too bad. So we do have this hoist, which means it's pretty difficult for the extraction to go under it because then it won't work. And it used to be for car engines, I believe, but I'm going to be using that for flipping slabs. So that is going to be a way that I can turn slabs. And this is a good area to work on them. So I've got to think about that, how I'm going to move stuff around. Pretty much everything else you know. There is, if you're new to the channel, there's a cut list for the Mega MFT. There's a cut list for my kind of Festool storage rack. There's videos on the lift table. If you look through my videos, there's videos on every piece of machinery in this shop and links to where to buy it, etc., etc. Outside here, been a few changes. I've got this little mezzanine in. Ooh, sun's good. for some of the big stuff we don't use much. I've got another mezzanine up here. Again, at the moment, there's some crap up there. This is going to be cleaned up. It's pretty embarrassing, this loo. When clients come, can I use the loo? It's disgusting. We didn't make it like this. It was like this when we got here. But this is going to be my little kind of library and my manuals and stuff. So that's good. The resin room. Not a lot's changed in there. There's going to be a big change. Winter's pretty harsh and your resin does get really thick. I tend to put it into some warm water, but I'm actually going to make a little cupboard here, which will be heated. Not very warm, 10 or 12, just with a little tube heater, but seriously insulated, so it doesn't cost a lot of money. That's going to keep my resin flowing nicely, save all the messing around. There's some internal wood for new projects in here because it's warmer. There is some kind of an indoor area. My plan for the rest of this year, next year now, is going to be to have at least one of each tree slabbed. One of each tree that I have slabbed, I'm going to rough plane them so that you can actually see the grain and get a better idea what's going on. If you go out to the yard, it's not in the best shape. We're going to be putting a little roof on this area here. It certainly won't be dry from sideways rain. We want a lot of air, but just to dry some of these, we've got some fantastic big oak balls here. So that's the whole tree sliced through and through. This one's burry. This is going to be awesome. There's a big old one that's been down for years. I've still got 2 more trees to collect. We've got some sycamore over there, another 2 balls, one there, one behind, another one there. So this is all oak out here in the yard. That's some oak for one of my projects, for my own home. This, I'll show you a bit more. This is a kiln that I built this year, and it is really working well. There will be a video on it, I promise, and a cut list. And for Patreons, the cut list and plans are completely free. So if you're on the Patreon channel, you'll get that for free. Otherwise, it'll be a little cheap purchase just to help with costs. I've got most of the racking in. These cost me nothing, like 150 quid for 2 of these with all the shelves. These are a bit more, but I managed to get the cantilever, much more practical for wood. It's just easier with the lengths and the odd sizes. There's loads of stock now. I've got spalted beech, I've got chestnut, English oak, massive English oak. I've got ash, really big ash tree up there. Loads of walnut. I think there's now 7 walnut trees in stock. That is where the extractor goes now. I was worried about the dust and the noise inside and I needed the room. This is some elm just in. We'll be looking at this later today. A client's coming for a kitchen. This is fantastic English elm. Massive, really massive. More oak, walnut oak. Up the top there is some chestnut. I do love English chestnut. Some really big oak slabs down here. So you can see I'm slowly getting organised. This lot needs to be racked and moved. It's in the way. That's kind of fallout from the mess. So that's going to be sorted, hopefully. And then once we get that bit out there done, that would just be full with stuff that's got to be left for 2 years minimum before it hits the kiln. But the kiln was working really well, and I'm not running at a high temperature. I'm using a new dehumidifier thing. It's cheap to run. I'll show you loads more about that in the coming months. I promise that, and I know I keep getting asked. I know that was a bit of a whirlwind tour, and there's a lot to take in, and there'll be more detail coming. It's just a little update, really, what's going on. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about this competition, just a bit of fun, where you can win a couple of Manor Wood mugs. Okay, so the question is, how much resin is it going to take to fill this table? And the winner receives 2 Manor Wood mugs. I'll send them anywhere in the world, so wherever you are, don't worry, I'll send you a pair of Manor Wood mugs. So the table, just to give you a clue, is 1.6 meters long. Total width is 850. And have a guess at how much resin goes in the river. I'll hold a tape over the river. I've not cleaned it up yet, so it's going to get a bit wider. The average is 230 millimeters is the average width. You can have to guess the length after you know, knowing that the whole table is about 160. So have a guess. When I do the pour, I'll announce the winner. I'm going to be doing the resin pour very early Jan, ready for the 19th, which is the next show in NEC Birmingham, where I want the table displayed. I'm going to be using Glasscast 50 as always. I will announce the winner as soon as the pour's done and the table's been levelled. I'll calculate the pour, I'll show you the rough state of the table and announce the winner. Closest person, I would like the answer in litres, please, in litres. And you win one of these bad boys. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all have a really fantastic Christmas and New Year. I'll see you later.